Yes, our school has been, just put them down a bit. Our school has been involved in the mental stillness program for some years now, and we've had lots of positive feedback from our staff who tell us that the students remain calmer throughout the rest of that day, and overall it's accumulative. And from students themselves who give us little anecdotal stories about how they use the technique when they're in tricky situations. We also use it for students to come out of the classroom and calm themselves down as well. So, what is mental stillness? You've got a picture here of the great Mahatma Gandhi, who used the power of mental stillness to achieve what he did. So it has been described, what is it? It's been described as focusing of the attention and enhancing awareness of the present moment. It also allows the meditator to perceive a distinction between themselves and any negative thoughts or feelings that they may have. So practically, it gives the students a chance to detach from any negative personas that they may have had put upon them, and ultimately to arrive at a state of complete inner silence. So research has been conducted, as Dr. Manoka mentioned, at Sydney University, but it was conducted in schools. And this is a case of a study that went on for a whole school year in a grade 3 class. They used the strengths and difficulties questionnaire, which is a commonly used and simple to use tool that the teachers could use to measure the students' mental health risk, and also it gives a score for social skills as well. So here we are with the baseline data for this class at the beginning of the year, tested at the beginning of term 1. After a term of volunteers who were trained in the mental stillness technique coming into the school, we managed to get these results. So you can see that the mental health risk is falling and the social skills is rising. So that was the end of term 1. At the end of term 2, you can see that it's continuing along nicely, all looking really, really positive. In fact, so positive that they decided to withdraw the trained volunteers and to let the teachers run it on their own. Now don't be too offended, because I'm a teacher too, but another term went by with the teachers only, and you can see we've got a reversal of the scores here. So that was unfortunate, and here they are in that state of dilemma, thinking what to do, but the obvious thing to do was to bring back the trained instructors again. And so by the end of 4th term, there they are, way back on track again. So it proved its worth, and the trouble was that there's really not enough trained instructors to cover Australia, and a lot of people were wanting to try it. So the thing to do was to develop some video modules, which is what you've got on your DVDs. So another trial was run, once again, but through Sydney University, this time with a reception year 3 class. With a reception class and 1st grade. So they divided the students into 3 groups. There was the group that had no treatment, the ones that had the live instructor, who was much nicer than that fellow, and the group who used the video modules. And the video modules were played daily for 10 minutes. So after 6 months, they were measured again, once again on the strengths and difficulties questionnaire, the same as the other trial. So, and here you can see that the no treatment group, it's really insignificant change there. The group with the live instructors, they once again proved their worth with significant positive increases. But the interesting thing was the DVD group, because here's the results for that. So yes, we knew that technology was going to replace us eventually, but it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So you have these DVDs to go and try in your school. The thing to remember though that the research is based on those particular meditations and mental stillness activities, not necessarily on others. I'd also like to recommend that you have a look at the mental stillness website, because there's more information on there, things that you might find really practical, like time of day to do it, or which module to start with, because it is important that you start with the 10-minute one the first time, and then after that you can follow up with the shorter ones, which are 5 minutes and 2 minutes. But initially use that one, and all sorts of other information. For those of you who really like to know the nitty-gritty about the research, I would recommend Dr. Minoka's book here, because it's got a lot of details about all sorts of research associated with it, and very easy to read, very personable. So, we're going to have a go. I would suggest that you might like to take off your shoes, because you'll find the experience a little bit stronger. I'll give you a moment to do that. And I will take off mine as well. Okay, all set? You will find it very easy to do, because we all have that innate ability to experience the mental stillness within us, and while we're in that state we enhance qualities that we already have. So give it a go. It's your opportunity where you don't have to do anything, because we spend our lives rushing around thinking we're doing this and doing that. But when we meditate, we don't actually do anything, we're just experiencing it. I'll let the DVD show you what to do. It's very self-explanatory, and you'll see how simple it is to use in the school. You can run that.
We are going to take some time to feel the silence inside ourselves. It is simple and easy and very relaxing, and will help you feel good inside. First of all, please sit comfortably. You can either sit on a chair with your feet flat on the floor and a little bit apart, or sit on the floor with your legs crossed. Then place both your hands on your lap with the palms of your hands facing upwards. Now you can either close your eyes and follow the instructions by just listening, or you can open your eyes and follow the pictures if you haven't done it before, or if you need help remembering. It shows you where to put your right hand and your attention. And listen for my instructions as we go through the exercise. Along with the hand positions, there are some affirmations, which are just silent statements that we say to ourselves inside to help us become more balanced and quiet within. There's no need to say them out loud, and we just say each one only a few times. To start, let's take a few deep breaths in and out very slowly, and just pay attention to how you feel inside. To begin, we place our right hand on the lower part of our stomach, just above our left hip. Now we say silently inside ourselves, not out loud, I am the true knowledge. Say this just a few times. Now we move our right hand to the left-hand side of the upper part of our stomach, just below the ribs. And we say inside ourselves a few times, I am my own master. Now we move our right hand to our heart. Say to ourselves a few times, I am pure awareness. I am pure awareness. Now we place our right hand where our left shoulder joins our neck. Now we say a few times, I am not guilty. Now put our right hand flat on our forehead, grasping the temples gently. Now we say a few times, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. Now we place the center of the palm of our hand on the top of our head, in the spot where we would balance a ball while sitting really straight. Say a few times, I am the pure silence, or please make me silent inside. Say this a few times. Please give me the feeling of complete silence inside. Now we keep our attention gently focused where our hand is pressing at the top of our head. Then slowly raise that hand up a few inches and allow our attention to flow up into the silent space between our hand and the top of our head. After a short while, we can bring our hand back down to rest on our lap, with the palm facing upward. But let's keep our attention gently focused at the top of the head, or in the silent space just above the top of our head. And now just sit quietly, with both hands on our lap, with the palms facing up, sitting nice and straight. If you haven't already closed your eyes, you can close them now. See if you can feel the silence starting to grow inside yourself. If any thoughts come into our attention, just ignore them. If the thoughts persist, we can try saying silently to ourselves, I forgive these thoughts, or I am not these thoughts, or please take away these thoughts. If thoughts continue to come into our attention, we can try putting our right hand on our forehead and say silently, I forgive these thoughts, or I am not these thoughts. When the thoughts start to quieten down, we can re-establish our attention at the top of the head by putting our right hand on the top of our head, same as before, with the center of the palm gently pressing onto the scalp, and say, I am the pure silence, or please make me silent inside.
Now please keep your eyes shut, and we'll just cut the video and just remain
Now
silent.
we will sit in complete silence, keeping our attention balanced gently at the top of our head.
So just continue with your eyes shut for a few more moments and see if you can feel that. Okay, just slowly open your eyes. And I would like to really recommend that you try it because it's been very successful in schools in South Australia, and it helps children to find that inner peace within themselves. Thank you.